What's up, villains? Dragon Ball Black here, and today I wanted to go ahead and talk about an epic fusion. Now, this is a fusion that I think nobody really has talked about up until now, and so I wanted to go ahead and kind of give you the details of this fusion and exactly what would change with the character, what change with the timeline, things of that nature. So, Sharingan Vegeta. If you guys don't know Naruto, let me go ahead and give you a brief synopsis. So basically, I am mixing Vegeta with the Sharingan power from Naruto, which is an Uchiha power, a blood trait. And what the Sharingan does, it does a bunch of different things. But what it mainly does is it lets you copy your opponent's attacks. It lets you copy them and you do them as well. At the same time, it has different qualities that let you do extremely powerful forms of Genjutsu. You can do extremely powerful forms of Genjutsu. Genjutsu is illusions, mind tricks, things of that nature, fucking with the person's mind or your opponent's mind, those kinds of things. The other things that the Mangekyo, the Sharingan lets you do is Mangekyo Sharingan, which is an ability that is something that sprouts in you as soon as, well, from what I remember, you kill your best friend, you kill someone that you love. And so with Vegeta, well, let me not go into it but with killing your best friend, what the Mangekyo Sharingan allows you to do is you get a cool innate ability. So you can either, get the ability where you can teleport things while you're looking at them. You can get the ability where you create this fire, this black fire that comes right out of your eyes. And it has its drawbacks, but that's basically it. And then last but not least is Susanoo. Now, Susanoo is intentionally is a giant shield. Initially, it's a giant shield. It's a shield that covers your entire body. It's shaped like a huge soldier. And what it allows you to do is makes you impenetrable. It makes it so you can attack people with it. It's for those of you who watch Dragon Ball Super, it's essentially like that giant bird thing, that bird winged angel thing that Merge Zamasu attempted to do at the end, and Goku and Vegeta broke right through it. So it's essentially that. I would assume, in my opinion, probably a little bit stronger than that, but those are essentially the abilities that you get with the Sharingan. So what I want to talk about right now is just a couple of things of what would change with Vegeta if he had the ability, and this is just meant to be a fun video. So with Vegeta being able to copy other people's moves, in my opinion, he probably would have been able to completely wipe out Goku in the first Saiyan saga. He would have been able to copy the move Kaioken. He would have been able to copy the move, the technique, Kamehameha. And then that's basically all that Goku had against him. He would have been able to copy Spirit Bomb, things of that nature. So with that said, that would have ended Goku really early on in Dragon Ball Z. But would Vegeta have done that? Would Vegeta have used Sharingan? His pride is huge, and the Sharingan ability is more meant for a ninja. It's meant for covert ops, for things of that nature. It's meant for being sneaky, a dishonorable way of fighting. If we all know Vegeta, we know Vegeta's all about his pride. So would a prideful Vegeta even use the Sharingan if he had a hold of it? Well, some people might say no, he wouldn't. His pride is too big. He would never use the Sharingan. It would be an ability that he would never use himself. He would just be one of those characters that would have an ability and only use it in the most dire circumstances because he knows he's going to lose, which, Vegeta has lost a lot. So he would be one of those characters that might use it as a last resort. Well, I say yes and no. I feel like Vegeta would have taken advantage of Sharingan because, not too often, but often enough, because what we've seen with Vegeta is he doesn't shy away from being able to get an advantage or the upper hand against an enemy. I'm assuming maybe he puts it toward having the tactical or battlefield advantage. We've seen him ambush soldiers when we were in Namek, or ambush characters when we were in Namek. I believe he ambushed Dodoria. we saw him we saw him take the power of Majin. He let Babidi control his mind, opened up the darkness of his evil heart to become stronger, to become Super Saiyan 2 and a little bit beyond, and be able to go toe to toe with Goku. So he took that advantage. Things like that, for me, make it seem like, yes, Vegeta would probably use this ability. And so the next thing you guys might be wondering is, you can use the ability. It takes chakra, a good amount of chakra, to use Sharingan. And the characters in Dragon Ball Z don't use chakra, they use ki. Well, let me go ahead and tell you that in both the wiki pages for ki and chakra, it explains both of these energies as life energy, life force. Now, it does state that even though the Narutoverse, the chakra that they have, that not everybody can use the abilities, that only ninja can use it by hand signs, being able to be gifted by certain things, different types of ways to use techniques and chakra control. Those people can use that. While it seems like in Dragon Ball, most people can use ki, most of the Dragon Ball characters can use ki, no problem. They don't have to use hand signs or anything like that. But again, the characters, even the human characters that can use ki in Dragon Ball, are only like 3 or 4 of them. There's not that many out of a planet full of millions. So it kind of evens itself out. They're both life forces. So I would think that Vegeta would 100% be able to use the Sharingan with his ki and turn it on. And I'll actually tell you that a Dragon Ball character taking the power of Sharingan, especially Vegeta, it would be, in my opinion, the equivalent of Naruto using the Sharingan with the amount of chakra Naruto has. These characters in Dragon Ball have so much amount of ki, especially in a Super Saiyan transformation, that not only would the Sharingan be overpowered at that point, he would more likely be able to master it a lot faster than the characters Naruto would have, especially Sasuke, and use it as often as he would like. Maybe even use the Mangekyo as often as he would like, without it really damaging him too much. And actually, all the damage he takes from using Mangekyo and Susanoo, he would, once he would be done using them, he would heal up and he would get stronger. So putting the Sharingan with Vegeta would make the Sharingan a lot more powerful, a lot more potent. I do think that Vegeta would 100% use it. I think he would be a very effective character. I think that Vegeta, even at him being weaker, he would have been able to go toe-to-toe with Frieza for a little bit. I think Frieza would have destroyed him at one point. As we all know, the Sharingan, for those of you who know Naruto anyway, the Sharingan itself, it's a powerful tool, but your body has to be able to keep up with it, with its demands, and be able to keep up with as fast as you're seeing jutsus. Now, even the Vegeta in the Namekian Saga is very, very powerful, very fast. I don't think that just because he was able to use Sharingan and copy maybe some of Frieza's techniques and Frieza's moves and see where Frieza's going, and I'm talking about Final Form Frieza here, I don't think that he would be able to contend with him, too long before Frieza, and then Frieza gets frustrated and just destroys him outright with all his power, and that would be the end of Vegeta. I think that's where that would go. But if Goku stepped in and fought Frieza, and that part, and Vegeta did die and then come back, and then he's the Vegeta that turned Super Saiyan and fought the androids, I think that would be a very, very powerful combination of Vegeta and his new Sharingan powers. Anyway, guys, thanks again so much for watching. That is basically the discussion that I have here. Epic Fusion. What would happen if we mixed 2 different characters, 2 different things together? And Vegeta with Sharingan would be extremely epic. Let me know in the comment section below, guys, why this would or would not work. Some of the drawbacks, some of the things that I might have overlooked. Let's see if we can get over 25 likes for this video, guys. And as always, please, please, please support my channel. It's growing little by little every day. Hit that subscribe button. Become a villain today. This is going to be Dragon Ball Black. Signing off.